Saving money is a very good thing. The reason most people want to sell their house without a real estate salesperson is to save money. And I think you're wise to consider selling your house yourself. But selling your house yourself isn't easy, and it isn't for everyone. The proof of this is that upwards of 87% of all for sale by owner homes are eventually listed with a real estate salesperson. I want you to be successful, so I made this video to help you. You're probably suspicious because I'm a realtor and I'm endorsing you considering selling your home yourself, and you should be. This video isn't a sneaky sales pitch about why you should list your house. This video is about you selling your house and saving. I make a living selling houses, and I do it differently than most, if not all, other real estate salespersons. I have a perfect home finder search program whereby I find pre-market and unlisted homes for buyers. So I'm interested in your home as a prospective home for one of my buying clients. I do wish you the utmost success in your sales effort. So it's time for you to sell your house, and you'd like to do it without a real estate salesperson. The tips in this video can provide a good blueprint for you. And at the end of the video, you'll be able to download a free guide that I've created that will help you walk through the process. There are definite steps that you will need to take to get good exposure for your home among all the competition out there. There are some things that you'll need to do once you've got people responding to your marketing, and especially once you go under contract. And there are things that you will need to be on the lookout for and guard against. So I'll briefly touch on these three elements in this video. The free guide that you can download from the description box below goes into much more detail. But first, take a moment and comment below and let me know what inspired you to take on the task of for sale by owner. When I was a new realtor, a home sold in my neighborhood in just a few days, at a time when the average number of days on the market was about 3 months. And it sold for a record cost per square foot. After it closed, I called the owner and asked, how do they manage to sell it so quickly for top dollar? Had they repainted, staged? What had they done special? The owner replied, well, the only thing he really had done was power wash the drive and the sidewalk. But after I probed a little more, I found out the daughter was an interior decorator and she had helped prepare the interior. And the son-in-law was a landscape architect and had redone the landscaping and flower beds the year before. In other words, the appearance of the home was immaculate. Before you put a sign in the yard, make sure your home is well prepared. Use a critical eye to view everything and fix everything or anything that needs it. Clean, clean, clean. Your curb appeal is super important. If that's lacking, it'll be really hard to get people in the door to look at your house. You only get one chance to make that first impression, and this is it. Watch a little bit of HGTV to get ideas about staging and what's currently trending. The most important staging trip is probably empty about half of your stuff into a storage locker. Not looking cramped and crowded is important. And when you move, this much will already be boxed up. Professional photography is really essential. It will cost you a few $100s, but I can't stress enough how critical it is for all of your marketing. Most of your prospects are going to eliminate you based solely on your photographs. Before you go live, make sure to have all of the required documents on hand. It's safest to hire a real estate attorney to make sure that nothing goes overlooked, but if you choose to do it yourself, as a minimum, you will want a residential purchase and sale agreement, a seller's disclosure statement, and a lead-based paint disclosure. You should be able to find these forms online, or you can get them from an attorney. You also need to order a title report from a title company. An attorney can clarify any additional forms that you might need. You'll also want to familiarize yourself with the terms of the buyer's sale agreement, contingency, periods, and requirements. These will normally be in the areas of loan appraisal and physical inspection. If something isn't satisfied within the contingency period, the buyer will have the right to cancel the contract. Another thing you might want to consider doing is getting a home inspection by a certified inspector before you put your home on the market, so that you can fix any issues ahead of time that would otherwise cause a stumbling block in your negotiations. This is probably going to cost you around $450 or so. Pricing has elements of both art and science. In order to determine the correct price, find 3 to 6 comparable properties within about a half mile of your home that have sold within the last 6 months. They should be similar in size, amenities, and condition. Calculate your price based on what they sold for, accounting for any differences in condition, size, or amenities. These sold comps will be used by an appraiser when evaluating your home for the lender, and in many instances creates a cap on your home's value. In a rising market, they provide a base to work from. In a falling market, the sold comps are less helpful. The housing market is similar to the stock market in that it doesn't matter what Tesla stock sold for last year or last month. It only matters what a buyer is willing to pay for it today. You can and should look at homes that are currently on the market to get an idea of what your competition is like, but you can't actually use the listed prices in your price calculation. They're useful to know as your upper limit, because if a comparable and nicer house is priced below your house's price, your house is not going to sell at its higher price. You will probably err on the side of overpricing, but don't feel alone. Many more homes priced by real estate professionals have price reductions than price increases. We're all a little too optimistic when it comes to pricing. Determining the market value of your home is very difficult. The housing market is fluid and changes daily because it's ruled by the law of supply and demand. The good news is that once your house is on the market, it isn't hard at all to tell if you're priced correctly. If you're not getting any lookers, you're either overpriced a lot, or marketing your home is terrible, or both. If you're getting traffic but no offers, you're probably priced a little too high. If you're getting offers, you're priced right. And now you can negotiate. Check out the video I made on pricing for my clients to help understand the process for a more complete explanation. Homes sold by real estate salespersons have historically sold for about 18% more than other homes sold by owners. This is directly tied to the demand side of the equation. Real estate salespersons typically do a better job marketing the property, thus increasing the demand, which is rewarded by a higher sales price. The content of this video is evergreen, so you may be watching this video long after 2022 when I recorded it. In hot markets like 2020 and 2021, FSBOs didn't have to do much marketing other than just stick a sign in the yard. As time progresses and markets shift back to a more balanced market, for sale by owners are going to have to up their marketing game to compete with the other homes for sale. Getting the price right to begin with is very important. The longer a home sits on the market, the less interest in it gathers. And after a while, buyers begin to wonder if there's something wrong with the house because it's still for sale. Once upon a time, people overpriced their houses to leave room for negotiations. That doesn't work anymore, and it hasn't for a while. Buyers are typically much smarter consumers today. They have greater access to home values on the internet and are much more inclined to walk away than to spend time making and negotiating offers below asking price. You might want to get a professional appraisal done ahead of time to make sure that you're in line with what the market will bear. Now, what to look out for. You shouldn't be surprised that you will get a lot more calls from real estate salespersons than you will from buyers. After all, they want listings and you gave them your telephone number. Some will tell you that they have a buyer and they want to come by and see your house. Most of them are actually just trying to get a foot in the door so that they can get you to hire them. If the promised buyer sounds too good, you might ask them to actually send you a copy of the pre-approval letter from their buyer's lender. Watch out for wholesalers, flippers, and investors. You'll always get lowballed because they're looking for the best deal possible for themselves. Also, watch out for seller financing requests. These buyers are not usually financially qualified and are not able to get a loan from a lender. Be wary of anyone who is unwilling to give you an escrow deposit. Open houses sound okay, but open houses can be dangerous to your safety and to your possessions' safety. Before you decide to do one, please understand why many real estate salespersons hold houses open. You probably think it's to sell houses, and if you think that, you're only partially correct. An extremely small percentage of houses do sell as a direct result of an open house. So if they don't expect to sell the house as a result of an open house, why do salespeople hold open houses? Sometimes it's because the owner wants to have an open house. Sometimes it's because the owner isn't getting any lookers, and it's considered evidence that the listing agent is, quote, doing their job, close quote. But consider this, salespeople are always looking for new customers, and open houses are an extremely cost-effective way to meet prospective buyers. You don't need to meet buyers to sell them future houses. Why would you want to hold your home open? Is it worth the risk? If you receive an offer before you accept it, have it reviewed by your attorney to make sure it's on the up and up. At some point, you may want to think about whether you're willing to pay a real estate salesperson to bring you a buyer. You will have to pay probably 2.5% to 3% commission to them, and just be aware that they're representing the buyer's best interest and not yours. That's it in a nutshell. So don't forget to click on the link in the description box below to access my free report, Home Seller Tips and Doing It on Your Own. It provides you with many more in-detail tips for selling your home. I'm Tom Ball. I'm a local Baldwin County realtor. I serve the Eastern Shore, Central Baldwin, and Coastal Baldwin. Just give me a buzz if I can help you in any way. If this video was helpful to you, remember to hit the like button and share it with someone else who could benefit. And I'll see you on the next video.